Welcome! It's Facts You Don't Know. If it's your first time here and you want to find out new facts that will definitely make you smarter and more, well, and first make sure to subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss anything.
Boy who was born with two faces 14 years ago. A miracle boy born with an extremely rare condition that gave him two faces has defied the odds to celebrate his 13th birthday. Trey Johnson has craniofacial duplication, and doctors told his parents Brandy and Joshua that their son was unlikely to survive at almost every stage of his life. 14 years ago, Trey Johnson was born with two faces. He was born and surpassed medicine's expectations of survival. The boy's parents did prenatal care, and even so, the test could not detect his anomaly. Professionals only discovered the boy's malformation on the day of his birth. Such malformation is caused by a gene that changes the anatomy of the skull and makes it appear that the individual has two faces. There are cases when the baby is born with 4 eyes, 2 noses, and even 2 mouths. An occurrence of this magnitude is so rare, but so rare that only 36 cases are reported across the planet. When someone is born like this, when he was born he had such a large cleft that it went up into his nasal passage, and you could see into his sinus cavity as it was all open. His one eye looked like it was bulging out and the other sucked in. Because his eyes are further apart, he sees peripherally instead. Doctors do not give much life expectancy, since such malformation generates delays in the cognitive system, convulsions, and in many vessels the baby is born lifeless. He's undergone multiple operations to reshape his skull and close his cleft, as well as treat his seizures, which have reduced from 400 to 40 a day since starting cannabis oil treatment, his parents claim. Trey received more than 14 different diagnoses before doctors realized he had craniofacial duplication, also known as diprosopis, the Greek word for two faces. Brandy, 35, his full-time carer, said, "He was adorable and shocking at the same time. One side of his face looked like our older son, the other resembled our middle son." Brandy said, "When they brought him into my room, he was hooked up to a carrier box with all of his monitors. The only thing I could touch was his leg." Doctors weren't going to sustain Trey and planned to let him pass, but my husband hadn't fought for him. Once I found out he was here and still alive, that was all that mattered to us. We were always in it for the long haul. Since then, Trey has undergone numerous operations to close the cleft and efforts to reshape his skull to help relieve pressure on his brain. Despite this, he has extractable epilepsy, meaning he suffers from more than 400 seizures a day. And after exhausting all medical options, his mother now treats him with cannabis oil. However, Trey Johnson surpassed all expectations and survived his early years. Today, at the age of 14, he's a healthy boy and is living proof that when parents chase, an individual can overcome himself. The boy's mother confesses that he suffers a lot of prejudice due to his physical condition and does not have access to adequate treatment due to the little information about his case. And in addition, the professionals treat him as an object of study and not as a human being. Thanks for watching. Please like and share the video in social networks. We'll be right back to you as fast as we can.